So anyway, like I was saying last night, Caitlin was really tired and got really woozy and started glaring. What?
Yeah.
I have no idea why you guys are so mean. Are you going to make me try this tomorrow? All right, let's start reading in Genesis 32. Who wants to
Jacob went on his way and God met him. When he saw him, Jacob said, "This is God's army." He that place Nahim. Jacob sent messengers against him to his brother, to the land of Seir. He gave them a command. Tell my lord Esau, this is what your servant Jacob said. I have lived as a native in the wilderness. I have cattle, donkeys, flocks, male servants, and sheep. I have sent this message to your former the 75 years. Do you want to read?
Oh, sure.
Number 6. The king therefore now is coming to me. The Jacob was terrified. He divided the people into the soul. He said, if Esau comes to one camp, destroy them, then he took him for the state. Jacob said, God, my father, Abraham, and the Lord, come through them. I will visit. I am not worthy to fulfill all the mercy and all the faithfulness you have shown to your servant. For I trust all the and now I am brought into peace now. Please deliver me from the hand of Esau. I pray that he will come and strike me and the mothers as well as the children. He said, I will surely be good to you, for you, and make your seed which cannot be counted. Jacob spent that night there and selected a gift for Esau his brother from his possession. As with 200 female goats and 20 camels, 200 ewes and 20 rams, 30 milk camels and their colts, 40 cows and 10 bulls, and 20 female donkeys and colts. He handed them over to the servants by itself, and said to the servant, cross over in front of me and keep some space between each herd and the next one. He commanded the one in front. When he saw my brother needs you and asked, where are you going? Whose herds are these in front of you? Then you shall say, they belong to your servant Jacob. It is a gift sent to you, my lord Esau. Look, he is right behind you. He commanded the second group and the third and those who follow the herd. This is how you shall speak to Esau when you meet him. You shall say, what's more, look, your servant Jacob is right behind us. Jacob said, I will win his favor with the gift that I have sent ahead of me, and after that I will see his face. Perhaps he will accept me.
So the gift was sent over ahead of him, and he himself spent the night in the camp. That night he took his 2 wives, his 2 maids, and 11 sons, crossed over the ford of the Lot. He took them and sent them across the stream, and he also sent his possessions. Jacob was left alone, and wrestled with the man there until daybreak. When the man saw that he could not defeat him, he touched the socket of his thigh, Because you're a flock of God.
Jacob asked, please tell me your name. Why do you ask for my name? And he asked him there. Jacob named the place because he said, I have seen God face to face, and I should say, the sun rose, crossed over. The sunbeam because of his God. For that reason, in this day, the people of Israel do not eat the temple of
All right. We'll pause there. And assuming you have answered the questions and have time, we'll do 33 when we get there. Okay? There. When I was in school, I absolutely hated lecture classes. Hated it. There was one teacher I had who could actually lecture and hold it. But other than that, lecture classes. Because it'd just be some guy talking. I don't want anything to turn into a lecture class. Hey, Rhonda?
Yep.
You step off the salute. All right. So why did God send his angels to Jacob? Well, it's worth it to remember. You okay? Yeah, I know. I can hear it here.
Sometimes it quit working.
Yeah, I just.
It's
Because
hang on, and then it's not working again.
if I can hear the little squeal up here, I can only imagine what it sounds like in here. So. Oh. Anyway. So what did Jacob just get done do? He ran away from his home for 20 years because his father-in-law was about as devious as he was. And now he's going to his brother, who the last time he saw his brother said, hey, you know what Dad said? I'm killing you. So it was something of an out of the frying pan into the fire situation. So Jacob had to feel a little nervous about this, had to be feeling a little, I wonder if I'm doing the right thing. So God sent his angels to Jacob to reassure him, to tell him, yeah, everything's going to be fine. So why did Jacob send messengers? He's
So Jacob could see that the Lord was on his side. He didn't have anything to really be afraid of.
Think about it this way. Any of you ever been mad before?
Oh. Instead of then.
So now that you see the blatant disrespect. I had no idea where it comes from. Do you see the blatant respect you get for talking this way to me?
Are you getting mad at? I talked about you. He's talking about, hey, well, he said the
Of course. What do you need when you're mad? I'll keep that in mind.
You need to regain control of yourself,
And what usually helps you with that?
time.
So Esau has had 20 years to cool off. 20 years to maybe not think about his conniving little brother all the time. 20 years. Maybe 20 years to stew.
Told Jacob what he was going to do.
I don't remember if he swore an oath or not, but yeah, he was pretty bad. So, what Jacob is doing here is giving him a heads up so that if he's still mad, he's got a couple of days to maybe calm down a little bit. Hey, I'm coming. Okay. And to that end, what was the point of dividing Jacob's house? I don't think that's it. If one's attacked and destroyed, the other one can get away. So what was so important about the gifts Jacob sent?
Offering.
A peace offering, sure. Rather sizable one, wasn't it? You ever think about what the point of all these state dinners are? State dinners. Why do they have big fancy feasts for visiting dignitaries? To honor them, sure. But I'm guessing there's an implied, I think there's something implied in there as well. Can you deal with that, Mikey? You guys are not cynical enough to be politicians.
That's the first way then.
Nancy, no one's surprised that you're not cynical enough to be politicians. Because that is the nicest way to frame what I am thinking. That's the cynical way to frame what Nancy said, but I think it might even be, think about it. If I am giving you lavish, expensive, huge gifts, what can you assume about me?
Or you want something. You want something in return.
Perhaps. Or I could just simply be saying, look at all I got. And at a time where servants and flocks and sheep and wealth equal power, this is also a subtle way of saying, you don't want this smoke. You don't want it like me. I'm pretty powerful too. You disagree, Rachel?
Thinking, I never thought of it that way.
It's both a gift and a warning.
You see that today.
Those big state dinners, military parades, are not only to display an honor for someone, but also a way of saying, look at this. You don't want none of this. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I have to remind myself that we are on a video that goes over the internet.
We're on a video that goes over the internet. So yes,
Okay.
Someday in a more private setting, we can have fuller discussions. Yeah, no, and you're absolutely correct. I would like to build on that, but I'm not going to right now. And then, well, I've already discussed the king of all high school sports this morning, but it seems appropriate we bring it up again. Wrestling. The greatest sport in the world because your opponent stands directly in front of you and does not try to run away. Have you wrestled?
It's just you and your opponent.
And he can't run away. If he runs away, he loses. It's wonderful. It's great that now I have to run after, which makes it much better sport. It was also the only one I was ever anywhere.
I bet you didn't give an inch.
My weight class went from 189 pounds to 275 pounds, and I was squarely in the middle back then. So I was stronger than the fast guys and quicker than the big guys. It was perfect. Anyway, it's also one of the two sports endorsed by God. Do you know what the other one is? Oh. Baseball. The Bible begins in the big inning.
Oh, in the beginning.
Jeez, Nancy, you are savage today. So this wrestling match seems to come out of absolutely nowhere, doesn't it? It's just sort of like, and then, you know, they were wrestling, as one does. So, what's the point of the wrestling match? There are certain people, I'm sure certain horses, that only seem to respond to not just pressure, but someone challenging them, someone who is in their face, someone who is willing to fight against them in order to fight for them. Jacob is one of those people. Was he his most successful? When he had enemies. When did he get strongest? When he had someone he was fighting against. Esau, Laban, now God. He's literally fighting God to a draw. I think there's now obviously we're not given the answer explicitly in Scripture, but I am in agreement with your opinion that God did this in order to give Jacob some sort of focus. By giving him someone to struggle against, he was also giving him strength. And I think Jacob understood this about what was happening. The struggle was imparting strength in a way that was more helpful than a comforting word. You want to fight, fight me. And then at the end, God blessed Jacob. Why was Jacob blessed? One of the more underrated parables in the New Testament is the parable of the persistent widow. It is one of my favorites. It is how I got anyone to talk to me in the first place. The widow basically annoys the judge into doing what she wants. Jesus uses that as a metaphor for prayer. Jesus is telling us, assault heaven with your prayers. Attack heaven with your requests. Come at heaven again and again and again without ceasing, without stopping. Just like the persistent widow. And that is a similar lesson to what Jacob's being taught. And God finally gave him the blessing. You have struggled with God and with men, and you have overcome. But this blessing was not given because Jacob was some amazing wrestler. This blessing was given to comfort you, because this was not the last struggle Jacob was going to have. Okay, that's a good place to pause for today. We'll pick it up in 2 weeks, because we have a council meeting next week. Any questions on anything? Any discussions about anything other than women's basketball?
Chicken named the place.
Penny